dawn on the African steppe. The red sunlight shines down on the endless grasslands. This seemingly peaceful place always hides cruel tragedies. Here, the weak will be eliminated, and the strong must pay with blood to keep their lives. Who will become the victim in the cycle of life and death today? Bloody Steppe, the death battle between Cape buffalo and hyena pack. The blazing sun gradually rises above the horizon, covering the endless grasslands with golden light. The space seems peaceful, but every gentle sound carries tension. Because in this harsh steppe, the weak will quickly be eliminated, and the strong must also pay with blood to win their lives. From afar, short shadows trudge out of the bushes. Dry footsteps trample on the withered grass, then yellow eyes flash simultaneously. The hyenas appeared, carrying a tense atmosphere and the smell of death. At first glance, their bodies were somewhat rough. Their front legs were higher than their hind legs, creating a strange limp. But it was their muscular bodies and teeth strong enough to crush even large bones that turned them into formidable predators. Hyenas had a keen sense of smell, able to smell blood from a great distance. They moved in packs, coordinating rhythmically to corner and tear apart prey many times larger than their body weight. A savage laugh echoed through the grasslands, not joy, but the song of death signaling the beginning of the hunt. As the sun rose, the Cape buffalo herd slowly advanced into the vast grasslands in search of food. While the herd was busy grazing, shadows began to approach from many directions. The hyenas had chosen their target. They did not rush in immediately. These predators are smart and patient, each one taking their place, closing the circle. And in the blink of an eye, the whole pack rushed out. They separated, continuously attacking from many directions, gradually exhausting their prey. The hunt had officially turned the golden grassland into a bloody battlefield. When the roars and the sounds of tearing subsided, the grassland was left with only the echoes of blood and flesh. However, for hyenas, the death of a creature is just the beginning of a new cycle of life. Behind the cruelty of that battlefield, they still have to continue another mission, maintaining their breed and raising the next generation. Those who will inherit the bloodthirsty instincts of the pack. Hyenas are carnivores with the tightest social group in the grassland. The leader is not the male, but the dominant, stronger and more ruthless female. In a pack, the hierarchy determines all rights, from access to food to mating rights. When entering the breeding season, female hyenas carefully select their mates. The gestation period lasts nearly 4 months, and each litter usually only gives birth to 1 to 3 cubs. From the moment they are born, the baby hyenas possess sharp teeth. They can bite and even harm each other in a life and death competition for the right to live. The survivors will be nourished with nutritious milk, the secret weapon that helps them grow rapidly. For the first months of their lives, the baby hyenas are hidden in deep caves, only showing their curious eyes when darkness safely covers them. When they grow up, they will join the bloodthirsty army of the pack, continuing to maintain the fierce cycle of survival on the steppe. The night gradually passes, leaving a faint moon on the steppe. As dawn broke, the red light of the new day fell on the grasslands, still mottled with traces of the battle last night. The steppe never sleeps. When one cycle of survival ends, a new one begins. The hyenas, after consolidating their cubs and restoring order, continued their journey of life and death. But here, they were not the only rulers. Outside, more formidable opponents were still lurking. From the horizon, a thin layer of dust rose. slender. Agile black shadows rushed across the steppe. They were packs of African wild dogs, the most persistent and united hunters of this land. Unlike the rough body of hyenas, wild dogs possess a neat figure. Long, flexible legs and mottled fur, like perfect camouflage. Their large ears are always upright, constantly turning to catch the smallest sound. They move at a relentless speed, coordinating rhythmically like a well-trained army. Once they have chosen a target, the pack of wild dogs can follow for hours, causing the prey to collapse from exhaustion. Their appearance on the steppe is a silent declaration of war. Because here, in the game of survival, wild dogs and hyenas not only compete for prey, but are also ready to turn each other into sworn enemies. In the middle of the empty land, still smelling of blood, the pack of wild dogs approached. They growled, surrounding the pile of flesh left from the previous hunt, but not far away. The pack of hyenas also arrived, their hoarse laughter echoing throughout the space, like a challenge. Two predators, two different tactics. The confrontation broke out. In that tense moment, the pack of wild dogs slowly retreated, their slender shadows gradually disappearing into the tall grass. On this blood-stained steppe, there are no eternal winners. Only resilient creatures continue to step into a new day, ready for the endless battle of survival. When the last growl died down, the battlefield was left with only heavy breathing and the strong smell of blood in the wind. Above, the dense black vortexes began to gradually lower. These are the vultures, the patient watchers, always appearing last to feast on death. The flapping of wings echoes through the still air, signaling a new phase in the cycle of survival. the predators retreating, it is time for the scavengers to close the remains of the battle. They are birds associated with death, but in reality, they are silent guardians of life. Their keen eyes can see across miles of grassland, spotting the carcass of a fallen antelope. If one lands, others will gather from all over. It is a chaotic crowd, but a necessary chaos, because in just a few hours, all that remains of the corpse is white bones. Not brutality, but purification. Because the vulture's stomach contains an acid so strong that it can destroy all pathogens, from rot bacteria to anthrax, which can spread deadly diseases. The seemingly ugly shape of the hairless head is a masterpiece of evolution, helping them stay clean when digging their curved beaks deep into rotting flesh. Every detail of their body is forged by nature to complete a single task, keeping the savanna from turning into a graveyard full of disease. They do not have the majesty of a lion, nor the stealth of a leopard. But it is that silence that makes vultures one of the most important links in the circle of survival. And when the sound of their wings gradually fades in the sky, that is also when the circle of survival in Africa becomes more fragile than ever. In the sky, the dark swirls gradually dissolve. The savanna seems to quiet down, only the sound of the wind blowing through the tall grass. But that silence never meant safety. Because in this place, the true ruler had yet to reveal himself. A figure silently appeared from afar, each firm step echoing on the dry, cracked ground. Heavy breathing mixed with the lingering scent of blood in the wind, signaling the presence of absolute power. That is the king of the savanna, the lion. The lion is known as the king of the savanna. With a muscular body, strong shoulders, and every step seems to gather the power of nature. In particular, the male lion's mane is as thick as a natural armor, both creating prestige and protecting them from fatal bites in battle. Unlike solitary predators, lions have a special advantage, living in herds. In a herd, there can be up to dozens of individuals, where female lions take on most of the hunting tasks, while male lions play the role of protecting the territory and cubs. It is this bond that has turned them into the most fearsome hunting machine in Africa. Lions often choose large prey such as zebras, Cape buffalo, and even giraffes. They do not need superior speed like leopards, but use coordinated tactics to take down giants with collective strength. However, power comes with pressure. A pride of lions must eat up to tens of kilograms of meat every day to survive. That harshness makes them not hesitate to steal prey from other hunters, from hyenas, wild dogs to leopards. Therefore, every time a lion appears, the entire grassland seems to stop, because it means the overthrow of all the newly established order. The bright yellow sunlight pours down on the vast grassland. Herds of wildebeest are moving in line. The entire grassland shakes with thousands of thundering footsteps. Their curved horns and alert eyes are proof of a life of constant hunting. Hidden in the tall grass, the lioness lies low. Every muscle tightens, waiting for the perfect moment. Her bright yellow eyes are fixed on a wildebeest that has just separated from the herd, lost at the edge of the grassland. In just a split second, the lion rushes out with terrifying speed. The screams of agony tore through the air, then quickly died down as the lion's jaws tightened on the prey's throat. The chase ended in a few short seconds, leaving the savannah silent except for the panting of the victor. With a powerful roar, the lion dragged the antelope's body into the dense grass, where its herd was waiting. The blood feast was ready to begin, a living testament to the harsh cycle of survival. Under the red sunset, the lion lay quietly beside the herd, majestic but still lurking with danger. On the harsh savannah, they are symbols of strength, but also cannot escape the cruel cycle of survival. Because in this place, the ruler today can become the weak one tomorrow. No one wins forever, nor does anyone lose forever. There is only the harsh law of nature, where life is always exchanged for blood, and the circle of survival continues to revolve endlessly. What do you think could cause a giant Cape buffalo to fall to the clutches of a pack of tiny hyenas? Leave a comment below the video. And don't forget to ring the bell and subscribe so you don't miss the next wildlife survival series.